the time is now. And I think people should start to gear up, take inventory of their data footprint, understand and make sure that they can see all of the data across, and then determine where they should apply PQC. I think that's a really important first step. The other thing that I think is super important in a topic like this is even early on when we used to have these conversations internally, there wasn't a lot of key stakeholders that really wanted to pursue these types of things. So it's really important to be a good internal advocate, kind of cut through the hype, provide like the ground truth of the scenarios that we're in, where data is affected or is not affected, and really have like executive buy-in on these types of things. Because although we talk about harvest now, decrypt later, there's other threat vectors. And I'm sure if you've been watching the news the last couple of weeks, people are talking about crypto and, all these other scenarios with certificate authorities. So, these are real threats, and, it's a looming threat. And there's so much uncertainty on how fast it's going to accelerate because, not too many months ago, people were saying this is 20 years out. And now people have revised this to be, the next 5 or 10 years. So, I think people are finally having the right conversations, but, internally, whether you're a customer or a vendor, you should really be having these internal conversations, have some executive buy-in, and then proceed with what is known. And we're all blessed that NIST is really giving us a lot of good guidance on where to apply these things, how we can get things into the product, and talking about crypto agility. So it's not everyone's discovering uncharted land. Some of these things are relatively well-defined, and people should be adapting and adopting to that. And, I would say the other component to that is if quantum does hit a Gen AI-like stride, people better be really careful on sleeping on this type of technology to protect themselves.